Hi there, it's Chris again. Alright, in this quick little lesson I'm going to show you what's called a cross stick. A lot of times this will be used in a ballad, or anytime you want to have more of a mellow feel to mostly like a verse or maybe a bridge or mellow solo section, something like that. Anytime you want to bring the feel of the music down to more of a quiet vibe, a lot of people use a cross stick. And also, if you ever hear the term, I want you to know what people are talking about. Okay, cross stick is simply placing your drumstick across your snare drum and hitting the rim with your stick like this. Okay, there's a few things you want to check out. Whenever you're doing the cross stick, it varies dramatically where you hit the rim on your stick. Okay, for instance, if I hit towards the end of the stick, it's going to be a lot more high pitch and thin sounding. As you go down the shoulder onto the shaft, it gets more solid, thick sounding, and then back to kind of a thinner, hollow sound, but more low end whenever you get towards the middle of the stick. So just listen, I'll go from the tip to the shoulder down to the shaft a little bit, and you can hear the difference. Okay, as you can hear, again, it varies dramatically. What a lot of guys do also, just again, a lot of this stuff is to your taste, okay? Get that sound that you like and then use that. Use that part of the stick, use that end of the stick, because what a lot of guys will do is they'll flip the stick over and use the back end because they really like that sound. This usually gives it more of that woodblock sound when you're hitting right in the sweet spot, but using the back end of the stick sounds like this. Okay, and that one, to me anyway, sounds a lot like hitting a woodblock, okay? But it's the same deal. If you aren't hitting on that sweet spot, usually the sweet spot the other way around is right around where the shoulder is. Using the back end, it's about 3 to 4 inches from the back end of the stick. But again, just like when the sticks flip the other way, if you hit closer to the tip or more in the middle, it all sounds different. So let me show you what that sounds like. Okay, so again, it varies dramatically as to where you put the stick. A lot of guys will also, if they're playing like funk or something like that, to get that crack on the snare, they use the back end of the stick. So if they're doing a little mellow verse, they'll keep the back end, but instead of flipping the stick over on the verse, they'll keep it to get that sound. So again, those are things you got to think about. If you don't like that sound on your snare, but you like that sound when you're doing the cross stick, before you go on to your chorus or the louder section, when you want to start actually hitting the snare, you're going to have to figure out how to flip your stick around. Okay? If you're using this back end, some guys just straight flip it. Okay? Whatever works best for you. Most of the time, I just go ahead and use the shoulder because I like that sound. And it's really easy to make it quick and easy transition onto the snare drum. So let me just play, 4 bars of the cross stick, and then I'll go into maybe another 4 bars of time on the snare, so you can hear how it dramatically changes the effect of a soft vibe to a loud vibe. Another thing you want to be aware of is try and match the volume with your bass drum as well as your hi-hat. Don't be bashing this away like it's a chorus or a solo whenever you got this going, because it's just two contradictory sounds. It's going to ruin the vibe either way you're going. So let me just show you real quick what it would sound like. We'll do 4 bars with the cross stick, and then 4 bars where I'm back laying on the snare. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there you go. So next time someone says, hey man, why don't you try a cross stick here? You can say, no sweat, I know what you're talking about, let's give it a shot. So there you go. Go give this a shot, go ahead and practice, and we'll see you next time.